Es ist das Duell England gegen Spanien. Er hat sich im Januar dieses Jahres die Tourcard holen können in der Qualifying School. Ist jetzt zum zweiten Mal auf der European Tour mit dabei. Herzlich willkommen, José Justica.
José Justica for a Euro Tour debut with his bad boy walk-on music. I like it. Not tasted that one before on the European Tour. A first for us and a first for José. Looking to book his place in the second round here, the German Darts Open, up against Luke Woodhouse. Now, José has already tasted some success on the tour this year. Had a quarter-final run, one of the UK Open qualifiers. If he can come through this one, it'll be a spot in the second round against Dave Chisnall, the number 8 seed. But Luke Woodhouse, as we've already mentioned, is a man who's been putting in some notable displays. It wasn't, I was erroneous in saying that he'd beaten Peter Wright this year. It was Rob Cross I was thinking of that he'd beaten on the Pro Tour, the world champion. Did so in the last leg decider, averaging almost 100. That was in the 5th Players' Championship event of the year. In the second one, he missed match darts to beat Michael van Gogh in the world number 1. And he did take Peter Wright to a 10th leg in the Saturday of action in Barnsley last weekend. So he's been there or thereabouts, beating or worrying the best players in the world without having any massive runs. The best he's done is top 16, or last 16 a couple of times.
Game on.
And Luke Woodhouse, the man from Bewdley, gets things underway against José Justica. The final game of the afternoon. I'm Dan Dawson, Mike Lawrence alongside me for it.
Yes, Luke Woodhouse saying he's aiming for the top 64 in the next 2 years, having been to Q School and won his tour card at the start of 2018. Some breaking news for you involving Simon Whitlock, who's due to be playing
95.
in the second round tomorrow afternoon against Daniel Larsson. Simon Whitlock is unwell, so he's pulled out of the tournament. That means Daniel Larsson, the Baltic and Nordic qualifier from Sweden, gets a bye through to Sunday afternoon's third round. So he has a day off tomorrow, and then he will be playing either Joe Cullen, Luke Humphreys, or Ronnie Hybrex, one of those on Sunday afternoon. So
180.
as Jose hits his first maximum of the match, we won't be seeing the wizard Simon Whitlock this weekend, I'm afraid.
Struth.
140.
First maximum for José, and look, this lad can bang in the 180s. I assure you. That run in the
59.
UK Open qualifiers,
Luke, you
he
require
hit loads of them.
131. 91. José, you require 167.
Again, two players who are not hanging about. Nice pace to this. Can he take out a 167? Won't happen now. We'll look to
99.
set it up
Luke, you
in
require
the hope
40.
that Luke Woodhouse can't take out this double top. 2 10s now. 2 5s back up to the top.
30.
Around
José,
the
you
houses.
require 68.
And an early break of throw possible for the Spaniard. Double 16.
36. Luke, you require 10. No
dear.
score. José, you require
Plus
32.
that. Another chance then. Yet another chance. Double 8.
24.
Oh, inside. Well,
Luke, you require
early
10.
double trouble for both these players at the start of the match. Getting closer.
No score.
Close but no cigar.
José, you
for
require
Woodhouse.
8.
Much better effort than the last visit, but unfortunately not good enough. José, other side of the board now for him to have a crack at.
Game shot the first leg.
Does get the
José
first leg in the
Justica.
bag, break a throw. Yeah, I mentioned how many 180s that José hit. He hit more than 20 in his run to the quarterfinal of that UK Open qualifier.
Second leg,
42
José
in
to the
total
first.
over 15
Game on.
games at the UK Open qualifiers. So hitting pretty
Incredible.
much 3 a game.
41.
He came through the qualifiers here last night, whitewashing Andre Christian for beating Christoph van der Waal 6-5 and Rabi John Rodriguez 6-4.
140.
And these two did meet, actually, on that day that Jose made the quarterfinals. It was a good game as well. Jose averaged almost 98. Luke, more than 96.
96.
Jose hit 5 180s in that game as he won it 6-4. So he's already hit 1 now.
125.
I think already after that first leg we'll be struggling to see averages up in the high 90s unless they really kick in.
We've seen Luke on the European Tour this year in Leverkusen, the first event of the year, where he unfortunately came up against Peter Wright in the second round, losing 6-3, having seen off Ryan Michael in the first round.
58.
The only Spanish representative we've got
93.
this weekend, Jose. No Cristo Reyes, no Tony Alcinas.
$95. Luke, you require 131.
Yes, the shot is on. Double 16 was needed, but
Jose, you require 86.
Jose to double his lead.
Bullseye it is.
61.
You don't
Luke,
get
you require
much
32.
closer.
Double 16 to bring us all square. And
Games
hits
on
it
the second leg.
in off the barrel
Luke
of the first
Woodhouse.
start.
Third leg, Luke to throw first.
The evening session gets
Game
underway
on.
at 7:15 local time, 6:15 in the UK, with one of the German representatives, Dragutin Horvat, up against Alan Tabben, the veteran rolling back the years.
140.
Yeah, been winning a lot of games this year, Alan Tabben. Dangerous opponent.
60.
Mixed fortunes for the Germans so far today. Tobias Muller managed to get a leg on his Euro Tour debut against Mike Kovenhoven. Didn't get anything
59.
else. And Rene Idams somehow came through the slog in Saarbrücken with Ricky Williams. Won that one 6-4 with around about 40 darts missed at double over those 10 legs.
Max Hopp, the other German in action against the Austrian Zoran Lertbacher.
93.
Yeah, intriguing game that. Max coming back into form. Zoran over the last year looking to follow the Mensur Suljevic model of
100.
Austrian darts, where you start playing the full tour and you just get better and better and better. And Zoran has made 2 Pro Tour finals already. You might not have seen lots of Zoran because he's not been in many of the big TV
100.
tournaments. He's not had a big run on the Euro Tours, but if you have been watching the Pro Tour stuff, he has, on occasion, been able to go deep into those
45.
tournaments.
Luke, you require 109.
Woodhouse to go into the lead for the first time in this one. He's got plenty of time to do it.
Game shot the
Nicely
third leg.
done,
Luke
Luke.
Woodhouse, fourth leg Jose to throw first.
Nice 3-dart combination for a 109.
100. $180.
Following up the 109 checkout with a ton 80. Is Luke
38.
Woodhouse getting warmed up on the stage here at the Saarlander Halle.
Yeah, well, the Marios liked it. The Luigi liked it. Not sure the Jose liked it.
140.
There they are. I mean, your Mario and Luigi ratio is all out of whack there.
$58.
You sense they're probably in for the weekend, those guys. They'll be here all 3 days.
60.
Every session. In their costumes. And well ahead again is Luke Woodhouse in this 4th leg.
Luke, you require 121.
Double 18 then.
85.
It would have been for a 12-darter, but he knows he's coming back. And to be honest, if anything, Luke Woodhouse is getting better and better. Jose is just still trundling
89.
on at the same kind of level. And Luke Woodhouse is leaving him in his wake at the minute.
Game shot the
Yes,
4th
13
leg.
darter
Luke
there.
Woodhouse.
For a 3-1 lead.
And having missed all those darts in the first leg as well, Luke Woodhouse, he'll be thinking, I could be 4-0 up here and home and hosed. His average has crept up into the 90s, Woodhouse, whereas Jose is just doing nothing right now on his Euro Tour debut.
58.
There you see, Woodhouse has got better and better.
140.
And the winners will face Dave Chisnell tomorrow. And again, that's maybe one of those games where whoever prevails from this one might fancy their chances against Dave Chisnell, who
140.
It's been a mixed bag with Chizzy.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like he's coming back into form. He has thrown some big averages, but he was a little bit disappointing last time out on the European Tour.
171.
Nothing disappointing about that, though. Luke Woodhouse leaves himself 1-3-2, and maybe we are going to see the 12-darter that he threatened
64.
in the last leg.
Luke, you require
64 is enough for Jose
132.
to get down to a finish on his own. One that doesn't require the bull. That one required a bull of a 25. 78 scored, leaves him 54.
92. Jose, you require 157.
Sets it up nicely. But Jose could have something to say here. Really needs it, won't happen now.
89.
So for
Luke,
another
you require
13 darter and a 4-1 lead. Well, it looked like that was a good guy for the double 10, but
68.
wasn't to be.
His reaction there suggests that he just didn't let go of the dart correctly.
Games on the 5th leg.
Jose did, though.
Justica.
Breaks straight back. His best
6th
leg of the
leg,
match.
Jose to throw first. Game on.
Game on.
Yeah, Luke Woodhouse could be 4-1 up.
95.
Doing those missed doubles there, the tops and the 10s.
I did Chizzy a disservice, to be fair, saying he was a bit disappointing. It was a disappointing result for Chizzy going out in round 2 last time on the Euro Tour, but he did average nearly 104 in the process. Darren Webster did for him by throwing
58.
a trio of 12 dart legs to come for 5-3 down. It was world-class stuff from the Demolition Man, who had a very different weekend last weekend on the Pro Tour when he left the Metrodome in Barnsley. He got headbutted by a football fan.
58.
So I read about that. Bizarre.
Bizarre enough that somebody's managed to get their forehead down to that kind of level to do any damage. Thankfully, Darren's the first one to laugh about
45.
it. Shrugged it off and returned the next day to compete.
$59.
And Luke maybe just a little bit off the boil here. Maybe still
95.
thinking about the missed doubles in that last leg. So this is better.
140.
Well, it's a 2 treble finish that Luke Woodhouse has left. Jose might leave exactly the same, actually.
100.
Well, no, the
Luke,
last
you
treble
require
saves him. It's only a 1 treble
148.
finish he's got. And he is going to get a go at that 108. To square this match
58.
up.
Jose, you require 108.
Double 16 the target.
76. Luke, you require 90.
Well, a great opportunity to draw level. Will he pay for it? It's a great start for Luke. Decent guide. Well,
60.
maybe not.
Jose, you require 32.
Yeah, double 10 cost him last leg. Double 15 might cost him this one.
Game on the 6th leg.
And it
Jose
does.
Justica, 7th leg Luke to throw first. Game on.
So from the potential to be 4-1 up, Luke Woodhouse now finds himself really in the game here at 3 apiece.
100.
You know, I bigged up Jose's scoring power. And you know how many 180s he hit, certainly in the UK Open qualifiers, but it's just not been there for him today. Hit a 180 in the very first leg. Oh, yeah.
140.
Nearly.
$140.
A lovely throw is Luke Woodhouse. Just seems very simple and uncomplicated. Very smooth.
81.
As I say, his results, despite no big runs deep into tournaments, not managed to make a quarter-final as yet, Luke Woodhouse.
100.
He has been threatening. A couple of last 16s, couple of last 32s, including that
92.
Euro tour, which is
Luke,
only
you
winning your
require
first game. Still,
161.
and he doesn't need to use the bullseye route here, so he should just pound that treble 20. Or attempt to.
60.
Certainly been picking up plenty of experience though, Luke, on the European Tour, the Challenge Tour, and
We did win a challenge tour, but you're going back 5 years since that happened. So he's been around for a while.
95.
2013.
Luke, you require 101.
Big moment in this game. Treble 19 needed. Gets it. Double 12.
89.
Agonizingly
Jose, you
just
require
inside.
93.
Could go bullseye first dart here, Jose. Does do to guarantee himself a dart at the bull. Unless you miss the big number,
97.
as we call it, and that is what has happened.
No score. Luke, you require 12.
I mean, yes, 97, but that's more than 93.
Game
Bizarre
shot
and
the
well.
7th leg.
Luke Woodhouse steps up and says thanks very much
First.
and regains his lead.
60. 57.
Well, just a horror show of a visit at the back end of the leg there for Jose.
85.
Not only did he fail to get a dart for the leg, which he went the bull first dart to try and guarantee that, but misses a big number and then accidentally hits the
87.
treble.
$100.
Yes, whatever you do, you don't want to miss the big number, as our good friend Rod Harrington would say.
Yeah, if you haven't learned that by now,
100.
there's no hope for you. Neck and neck in this leg. Pivotal one, potentially.
60.
We've not seen a commanding lead opened up. Luke Woodhouse took a 3-1 lead, but then lost the next 2 legs.
123.
Great visit. This is not a great visit.
90. Luke, you require
Kind of rescue.
134. 38. Jose, you require 106.
To bring us all square yet again. Needed the treble 17, which would have left him the
23.
bullseye.
Luke, you require 96.
Shocker of a visit from Jose. If he's allowed back to the board, he might only get a dart at bull. Treble 19 for double. Not the recommended route.
77. Jose, you require 83.
Both players fluffing their lines, maybe knowing how big this leg could be.
Game on
Well.
the 8th leg. Jose Justica.
He has his own way of going, but if it's effective,
Game on.
and that's pumped him right up, the Spaniard.
Well, Luke Woodhouse missing a dart at double 19
59.
there. Had a couple of darts at double 15 that would have been 4-2. Could have been 4-1 up were it not for those 3 missed darts. 10 points clear in the averages, but level
95.
at 4 all in legs. And a game that Luke Woodhouse will feel that he's been in charge of for large parts of it.
41.
It could slip away from him because Jose has stolen the darts here. On his debut on the European Tour, he has not played anything like. Oh!
20.
Well, that looks like 114 points on the floor.
How's your luck?
$100.
That is cruel.
Just the ton. It's not punished to its full extent, but it really has. Well, it should hurt Jose. Oh, steady.
$125.
He's done well there, Jose, just to keep his composure. You see moments like that, just players' heads go. They just think, that's it.
42.
It's not destined to be my day.
No.
But he's managed to wrestle control of this leg back.
58.
Well, he had done. It's anybody's.
$171.
What a time to produce that one. Leaves himself 88, but the finishing has not been particularly impressive from Luke Woodhouse.
100. Luke, you require 88.
His second 171 of the match. Got to go for the bullseye.
63. Jose, you require 103. $47.
So the Englishman
Luke, you require 25.
back to go to within 1 leg of victory. Teeing up 9 for double 8. Double 4.
21.
Inside.
Jose, you require 56.
Big moment you feel.
$16. Luke, you require 4.
2 darts missed. Was that his chance? Awkward. He's not moving. Double 1.
No score.
Shake of the head. And Luke Woodhouse,
Jose, you require 40.
I'm not sure he believes he can win this one right now.
Game
well,
on
a
the
24
ninth
darter,
leg. Jose
a flake of
Justica.
throw, and now the man from Valencia throwing for the match. And well, it wasn't pretty, that leg at all.
Luke Woodhouse has had darts to
leg,
win
Jose
every
to first. Game
single
on.
leg. Multiple darts for the legs that he's lost.
45.
24 darts at double missed by Luke Woodhouse. 31% for Jose isn't particularly impressive, but it's been enough.
57.
Look at that. 4 of those legs for Jose. Making 7
123.
or 8 visits to the board. Luke Woodhouse would have bitten your hand off If you said
140.
the Spaniard was going to average mid-70s against him.
Yes, plenty to think about.
59.
But the winning legs have been good for Luke Woodhouse, and if he can find 2 more, that's probably going to be enough against Jose in this kind of form.
85.
You've got no confidence that once he gets to a finish, he's going to be able to take it out in time to deny Jose match darts.
137.
So advantage now to Justica.
99. Jose, you require 137.
Important last dart for Woodhouse. Gets him down to a Shanghai finish. The 120, a lot easier than the 137. Jose is not really threatened to take out anything like that in this match, and he's not going to take this out here. Don't bust his score again, Jose.
97.
Far off.
Luke, you require 120.
Treble, single, and double. There's a single. There's the treble.
80.
Well, well, well.
Jose, you require 40.
Was that the moment?
Game,
It was
shut
indeed.
down the
Well,
match.
What a
Jose
game. You can see the disappointment on
Justica.
Luke Woodhouse's face, but Jose Justica, he is through to tomorrow's second round match against Dave Chisnell. We'll hear a few words from him, and then we will be back at 7:15 local time, 6:15 if you're watching in the UK, with 8 more second round matches, starting off with the German Dragutin Horvat up against the Englishman Alan Tavern.
Jose, congratulations. There was a good comeback in that match.
The first thing is sorry for my English.
No problem at all.
I understand 100%. I'm so happy. It's my first time play the European Tour. And yesterday so hard qualifier, and now so nervous, so tension in the first game. But Luke is a good player. I know him, and he's nervous too. And it's a flip. It's a lotto.
And tomorrow, Dave Chisnell is waiting.
Yeah.
Top 10 player.
Yeah, top 10.
And it will be crowded, it will be loud.
Yeah, I know him so well. He have a home in Alicante. I'm from Alicante. And for me, it's a very top player. I hope beat him.
That's cool. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Jose Justica, der ist so froh, dass er hier die zweite Runde erreicht hat. Steht zum ersten Mal in Runde 2 und er kennt Dave Chisnell